Hi, and welcome to INQuIRER.net's coverage of the 2013 midterm elections, highlighted by a series of interviews with senatorial and local candidates on INQuest Vote 2013. For today's episode, you, our dear readers, will get a chance to get up close and personal with senatorial candidate Sonny Angara of the Liberal Party Coalition.
So yung pagiging shy type nyo at saka parang mysterious ang dating. Parang ang...
Yan ba yung dating?
Parang ganun, sir. Are you aware, sir, na parang maraming medyo crush ng bahay, bagong crush ng bahay? Yung arriving.
Hindi.
So, yung parang mga nagpapapictures. Are you not flattered na...
I think if you have enough commercials on TV, natingin ng tao sa'yo, sikat ka eh. So, baka magbago yun pag wala na kaming commercials sa TV.
Rebing ba kayo sa katawan?
Hindi masyado. Pagupit lang. Wala naman tayong mga facial, hindi naman tayo nagbabago. Barbero lang naman tayo. Hindi tayo nagsasalon or anything.
Effort lessons, sir.
Hindi. May effort din naman.
How were you, sir, before you got married? Are you talagang one woman man?
Actually, torpe daw ako. Yun ang sabi sa akin ng mga friends ko. Parang slow. Pagdating sa girls.
Bakit, sir? Nahiya lang kayo?
Siguro nga part ng pagiging mahihayin natin dati.
So, hindi kayo na-influensyan, sir? Di ba you studied in England?
Oo, yeah.
In England. So, walang yung pagiging modern ng lalaki?
I think yun nakabuti sa akin. Yung living abroad, na ikaw yung naglalaba, nagtitake ka ng public transportation, ikaw nagmamanage ng pera mo, na itinitipid mo, na kulang. I mean, good experiences yan. Every young adult should go through that in life. Tapos yung interacting with wala kang kaibigan dun eh. Kung hindi ka makipag-usap, wala kang magiging kaibigan dun. So, talking to people from different cultures, different countries.
Ilang years na, sir, kayo doon? Ilang years kayo, sir, sa...
Well, sa England, I was there for 5 years. Sa America for mga 1 year.
So, talagang you do everything by yourself, sir? Talagang lahat.
Ngayon? Ay, hindi na ako naglalaba ngayon.
Ngayon.
Hindi na tayo naglalaba.
Pero nung, sir, talagang
Labandero kayo?
Oo, lahat. Labandero. Pero syempre, mga iniipon muna natin hanggang mga ganito kataas. Siya, pwede na tayo maglaba.
Pero di ko maisip, sir, na tinitipid kayo ng allowance. Pag ang isang Angara ba, tinitipid ang allowance?
England is not a cheap place. So talagang, minsan nga tinatanong sa akin ng mga pupuntang London, saan ba masarap kumain? Hindi ko alam. Sabi ko, alam ko saan mura kumain.
Pero you were not spoiled by the center, sir?
Palagay ko hindi. Spoiled kami sa libro. Oo, kasi hindi kami binibilan ng maraming laruan, but I remember growing up, palagi siguro pag nag-abroad kami or nagpupunta kami ng mall, may trip kami sa bookstore. Tapos sasabihin niya, sige, kuha lang kayo kung anong gusto niyo. Ilan, kahit ilan.
Kasi hindi sa toy, section,
hindi
na din.
sa libro.
Sir, going back to your wife, sir, how do you keep yung in 10 years na yun? Do you date every week? Meron bang mga ganung sikreto? Do you go out every week? Or...
Sa amin, kahit hindi naman kami sa labas, basta may time kami together. Mas importante yung makita. May understanding kami na pag mainit ang ulo ng isa, dapat bumigay yung isa. Hindi pwede magsabayan. Parang give and take lang. That's the essence of any marriage.
This early, have any of your children shown an inclination towards politics? Oo. Yung mahilig sa tao, makarinyo sa tao?
I think yung exposure nila to people has not made them shy. So very, sila. Like, nung nag-press con ako last week sa HQ ng L, yung eldest son ko pumunta sa harapan. Kahit nandun yung mga camera. Kasi sanay siya. Even nung tumatakbo yung lolo niya in 2007. I think it was only 3 noon. Umiikot na siya sa palengke, magkamay na siya, nabibigay siya ng mga folietos. So,
But would you encourage them to get into politics?
Encourage, hindi siguro. I would give them because it's not something pwede mong ipilit sa isang tao. Yung buhay ng politiko. Yung may invasion ng privacy, may you have to, hindi ka pwedeng pikon.
Yes, a father, sir.
Ako, ang sabi ng mami ko sa akin, I've been able to spend more time with my kids than my dad spent with me. Kasi iba naman ang sitwasyon namin. Actually, yung son ko, nagsa-sports kami. I really got him into
Which
sports.
one sa yun?
Yung eldest, yung 8, kasi bata pa yung 2-year-old.
So yun ang pinaka-mom.
So yung bonding namin ng bunso ko, pinapasa ako siya, tapos after the first page, inaalisan niya ako. Tapos pumapasyal sa kwarto niya. Yun yung bonding namin.
Your father did the same. He did not force into politics.
Actually, hindi. And I'm thankful for that. He did force me to follow in his footsteps. Although I ended up following in his footsteps. Kasi siguro, kung pinilit niya ako, baka magrebelde ako, tingin ko. Kung hinard sell niya ako. But because nga, medyo at a distance at hindi, walang pressure, it allowed me to develop on my own. So, dapat, gusto ko ganun din sa mga anak ko, walang pilitan.
So why did you cross into politics?
Siguro after college, nung I got heavily into history. Na-interested ako sa political history of countries, international, local. Tapos pumunta pa ako ng UP, I took up constitutional law. Constitutional law is like studying a history of Philippine politics. Tapos sa UP ka pa, which is a heavily politicized atmosphere. There was no singular moment na talagang, eto na, papasok ako sa politika. But siguro, gradually, parang naipasok to na, parang I can be, kaya ko to parang kaya kong gawin to.
Please share with us your proudest moment when you were a legislator.
Pag sinabi mo kasi proudest moment, parang ang iniisip ko yung pamilya ko eh. But as a legislator, well, recently, siguro let's talk about the last 3 years, itong last term ko. Of course, nung nanalo kami sa impeachment, it was a major effort, very historic, first time din. Yung pagpasa ng signing into law of the kindergarten law, kasi now we have free kindergarten all over the Philippines. Nung final ko yun, first term pa ako, finally, napasa. So, yun. And also, yung other bills natin na naging batas, nakikita ko, pag pinapasalamatan tayo ng mga teachers, for example, pinapasalamatan tayo, thank you for raising our salaries. Very proud moments. Hindi natin makakalimutan yung mga moments na yun.
Pero ano sir yung most challenging nung 9 years that you were in Ponce?
Well, my first term was very challenging. Kasi malaki ang pressure on you to deliver. Anak-anak senador. I succeeded a very successful congresswoman. Yung si Congresswoman Belliflor Castillo. Apparently, nagustuhan ng tao yung performance natin.
If you get elected in the Senate, sir, are you ready to be compared with your father?
I think unavoidable. I think my father set the yardstick for many legislators, not just for myself. At mahirap talaga pantayan yung 23 years niya. Free high school, PhilHealth, senior citizens discount. So, I think siya talaga yung pamantayan for a statesman. So, in terms of productive legislation. So, I think talagang makukumpara. Hindi mo maiwasan. May kasabihan nga na seek not to follow in the footsteps of the wise. You seek to follow, or you seek what they sought. So, kumbaga iba yung challenges mo eh. Diba? You try to see ano yung hamon ng panahon mo. Siguro yung hamon ng panahon nila is to give more benefits in terms of rights and pangangailangan ng tao. Ngayon, yung hamon siguro is more of on the economic side. Diba?
If when you get elected, sir, you will be one of the youngest senators in next Congress. So, are you going to face the likes of Senator Santiago and Enrile?
Hindi naman head-on natin we're not going to be on a head-on collision. In fact, I look forward to exchanging ideas with them and learning from them.
In making laws, which rules you? The heart or the head?
Balansyado dapat yan.
Balansyado.
Balansyado. Yun ang challenge of being in politics. Kasi yung may mga desisyon talaga na pag-heart lang siguro baka hindi wise in the long term.
Consult other people, sir?
Always. Marami tayong kinonsult. Yung mga dati natin professor, father ko.
Do you consult your wife?
Oh, yes. Yes. In fact, wife ko yung researcher ko sa one of my bills, yung anti-bullying bill. Siya gumawa ng research kasi yung psychological effect sa bata, siya gumawa niya. Yung ni-research pa niya yung mga batas sa Amerika. Different states kasi doon, merong kanya-kanyang statute. So, ni-research niya yung bawat approach.
You're with Team Pinoy right now, but would you, on issues, for example, that you feel strongly for or against, would you actually go against the government's official position?
Well, I would first try to see, I wouldn't discount the possibility. But first, I would try to see how I could influence policy decisions in the executive.
If you say that he's the listening type of president, so you, as Congressman Angara, how would you describe it? Would you consider yourself close enough to the president to influence him on certain matters? Or?
I'm definitely not in his inner circle. But I think there is enough mutual respect for us to siguro put forward ideas. Not necessarily for them to be adopted. But siguro mapapakinggan yung mga ideas natin kahit pa paano. But it's no guarantee na ma-adopt siya.
What if you find out you have a gay son? What will you do?
Depende anong age, no? Siyempre gusto rin natin magka-grandkids. But I think that's okay. But as much as possible nga, I'd like them to sire children of their own, di ba? Gusto ko rin na magkaapo tayo.
If it's a hypothetical question, if, for example, you were having fun with friends and they would tell you that they have a surprise for you, and then that surprise comes in the form of a half-naked lady who is brought inside the room, and your friends leave you and the lady inside the room, what would you do?
Bibigay ko siguro sa kanya yung suot ko. Mahihiya ako. Share na lang kami dun sa t-shirt ko.
Really, sir? Hindi ba yun kasama sa
Temptation.
sa temptation ninyo yan? Hindi ba
Hindi,
yun?
syempre, hindi naman basta-basta yun. Dapat may konting interaction tayo, di ba? Syempre, kasal na tayo. Hindi na natin ginagawa yung mga ganun.
The interaction would come in the form of
of sharing the shirt and the clothes.